You've always felt different, like you didn't quite fit in. That's not a flaw, it's a mark. You were chosen. This feeling isn't random, it's a divine signal that your life is meant for something greater. What if I told you that every step you take sends shockwaves through the forces of darkness? Right now, the enemy is trembling because of your existence and your potential. Stop for a moment and realize this message is no coincidence. It's a wake-up call from God. You didn't stumble upon this by accident. It's orchestrated to awaken your spiritual authority. This is for the ones who sense unseen battles in their daily routines. Only those chosen by God can understand how their steps dismantle evil forces. You are a warrior in a spiritual realm, equipped to shake the kingdom of darkness. Embrace this truth. Your unique path is designed to challenge and overcome the enemy's plans. You are not just an ordinary person. You are a chosen vessel, hand-picked by God. Every struggle you've faced has been preparation for your role in this divine battle. The attacks on your life were never defeats. They were training grounds for your authority. As Ephesians 6:12 declares, your struggle is against spiritual forces, not mere human conflicts. You were born for this, set apart to claim victory in God's name. Your identity is rooted in divine selection, making you unstoppable in faith. Past setbacks have forged you into a warrior whose presence disrupts darkness. God sees your worth and has equipped you with spiritual armor for every step. Remember, you are marked by God's hand, destined to shake foundations of evil. This affirmation is your reminder. You are powerful, chosen, and ready for the fight. Here's the powerful truth. Every step in faith shakes the kingdom of darkness. It's not about grand gestures. It's your daily choices that cause the enemy's strongholds to crumble. The forces of darkness are real, but your authority in God is greater. When you walk in obedience, you advance God's kingdom and dismantle the enemy's schemes. Scripture in 2 Corinthians 10:4-5 confirms that your steps have divine power to demolish strongholds. Understand that simple acts like prayer or trust create extraordinary spiritual effects. Your everyday faith is a weapon that the enemy fears and respects. Aligning with God's will means every move you make weakens dark forces. This revelation empowers you to live boldly, knowing your actions have eternal impact. Embrace this core message. Your life is a testament to God's victory over darkness. First, every act of faith you take is a direct blow to the enemy's kingdom. It ignites a spiritual war where you're already positioned to win. Hebrews 11:1 reminds us that faith is confidence in what we hope for. In James 2:17, faith without action is dead, so your steps make it alive and powerful. Think about times you've prayed amid uncertainty. Those moments are earthquakes in the spiritual realm. Start today by taking one small step of faith, like sharing your testimony. Watch how it weakens the enemy's grip on your life and brings light to dark places. Your faith-filled steps turn ordinary days into opportunities for divine intervention. Second, your obedience to God's voice disrupts and dismantles the darkness. It's a force that scatters the enemy's plans against you. As 1 Samuel 15:22 states, to obey is better than sacrifice. Ephesians 6:13 urges you to put on the full armor of God to stand firm. Maybe you felt resistance when following God's leading. That's the enemy feeling threatened. Apply this by committing to one act of obedience, like forgiving someone who hurt you. It shakes chains and sets you free, transforming your obedience into victory. Third, when you persevere through trials, you amplify the shake that topples darkness. Your endurance isn't just survival, it's a powerful force for change. Romans 5:3-4 teaches that suffering produces perseverance, character, and hope. 1 Peter 5:10 promises that after suffering, God will restore you. Your struggles prove your power. The enemy attacks because he knows your perseverance shakes his foundation. Use this truth to push through challenges. Keep walking and see God turn your pain into triumph. Fourth, your spoken declarations and prayers are weapons that scatter dark forces. Every word you speak in faith carries divine authority. Proverbs 18:21 declares that the tongue has the power of life and death. In Psalm 149:6, praise and a double-edged sword go hand in hand. Have you ever felt a shift after praying? That's because your words disrupt the enemy. Make this practical by declaring God's promises over your day, like, "No weapon formed against me shall prosper." Feel the kingdom of darkness tremble as you speak truth into your circumstances. These subpoints show how your life actively challenges evil through faith, obedience, perseverance, and declaration. Now, apply these truths to your daily walk and watch the transformation unfold. You might start noticing prophetic signs, like repeated numbers or dreams of victory. These are the Holy Spirit's way of confirming your steps are shaking darkness. An unexplained peace amid chaos signals that heaven's forces are aligning with you. As you walk in faith, feel invisible chains breaking and doors of opportunity opening. This mystical element reveals a divine wind at your back, propelling you forward. Your steps are part of a larger battle where God's prophetic plan unfolds. Pay attention to spiritual shifts. They're signs that the enemy is retreating. Connect with this higher principle. Your actions resonate in the eternal realm. Through prophetic imagery, see yourself as a key player in God's grand design. Embrace these mystical confirmations as fuel for your ongoing spiritual journey. Right now, I challenge you to pause and declare aloud, "Every step I take shakes the kingdom of darkness." Comment, "I'm shaking it," below to join a community of warriors. God is moving. Don't miss your moment to engage in this divine assignment. Take the next 5 minutes to pray and ask God for one step you need to take today. Act on it in faith, turning your intentions into powerful actions. This call to action is your invitation to amplify your impact on darkness. Start with simple practices like daily declarations to build your spiritual momentum. Engage in prayer as a weapon, making it a non-negotiable part of your routine. Respond to this challenge and feel the empowerment of active faith. Your participation now will echo in the spiritual realm for years to come. As you keep taking those steps, get ready for breakthroughs in every area. Chains of addiction will break, and financial doors will open wide. Relationships will be restored, and you'll experience unprecedented favor. The kingdom of darkness will flee as God's light shines through you. This is God's promise in Isaiah 54:17. No weapon formed against you will prevail. Your future glory is unfolding now, with abundance flowing into your life. Envision victories where peace replaces chaos and hope overcomes despair. See yourself walking in strength, surrounded by God's protection. These rewards are the fruits of your faithful steps against darkness. Breakthroughs await those who persist in shaking the enemy's grip. Paint this picture, a life filled with joy, purpose, and divine blessings. Your efforts today are paving the way for tomorrow's triumphs. Trust in God's timing as these visions become your reality. The glory ahead will make every struggle worthwhile. Step into this future with confidence, knowing victory is assured. Remember, you are a chosen warrior, and every step is divinely ordained. God's promises over your life are unbreakable, so keep walking in faith. As you reflect on this message, trust that God is with you in every step. Your victory is secure, and the darkness will crumble before your light. Stay strong, believing that your actions have eternal significance. Let this encouragement fuel your ongoing trust in God's plan. You are not alone. Divine power supports you in every challenge. Continue to embrace your identity as a shaker of darkness. Each day brings new opportunities to advance God's kingdom. Go forth with courage, knowing that every step you take is a triumph. In the quiet dawn of your soul, every faithful stride carves paths of light through the encroaching shadows. Boldly, your unyielding spirit rises as a fortress, where each step declares victory over the lurking forces of despair. Picture the unseen realms trembling as your daily walk ignites flames that consume the enemy's veiled strongholds. With poetic grace, your life's rhythm becomes a symphony, each note of obedience shattering the silence of darkness. Unwavering truth echoes. You are the hammer in God's hand, demolishing walls built by ancient foes with every advance. In the tapestry of eternity, your footprints weave threads of divine power, unraveling the fabric of evil's design. Stand firm, warrior. Your persistent journey sends ripples across spiritual waters, drowning out the whispers of doubt. Like a storm gathering on the horizon, your acts of faith gather force, ready to unleash upon the kingdom of shadows. Poetically, your heart's quiet resolve paints masterpieces of redemption where darkness fades before the brush of your will. Bold proclamation. The enemy's thrones quake at your approach, for you carry the authority of the eternal King. In vivid scenes of battle, your simple choices arm the heavens, turning the tide against encroaching night. Reflect on the poetic dance. Each step you take is a verse in God's epic, banishing the prose of perdition. Unshakable reality. Your life's path is a divine blade, cutting through the mist of deception with precision and purpose. Imagine the celestial hosts rallying, as your faithful march signals the advance that crumbles demonic bastions. With lyrical depth, your endurance composes anthems of triumph, silencing the cacophony of the adversary's lies. Defiant and true, you are the light bearer whose every movement exposes and eradicates the hidden snares of darkness. In storytelling splendor, your story unfolds as a legend, where ordinary steps summon extraordinary defeats for evil. Poetic whispers of the spirit affirm. Your walk is a garden of hope, blooming amidst the wastelands of despair. Boldly etched in the annals of heaven, each of your strides etches prophecies of downfall for the powers of night. Visualize the chains breaking, as your resolute path forges keys that unlock prisons forged in the depths of shadow. In reflective harmony, your soul's melody resonates, disrupting the discordant tunes played by the forces of chaos. Unyielding truth stands. You are the chosen storm, your steps the thunder that scatters the clouds of oppression. Like a river carving through stone, your faithful persistence erodes the foundations of the enemy's enduring empire. Poetically alive, your journey is a phoenix rising, its flames consuming the remnants of darkness with each rebirth. Declare it boldly. Your presence alone is a declaration of war, where every footfall claims territory for the light. In the heart of the unseen, your actions awaken ancient promises, shaking the very core of the adversary's realm. Vividly, the spiritual battlefield lights up, as your obedience draws arrows of truth against the shields of deceit. Poetic revelation. Each step is a star in the night sky, guiding lost souls and dimming the stars of malevolent constellations. Bold spiritual insight. The kingdom of darkness recoils, for your walk embodies the power that conquered the grave. In storytelling depth, your life narrates a saga of redemption where shadows flee from the protagonist's unwavering light. Reflect poetically. Your path is a bridge between earth and heaven, collapsing the barriers the enemy desperately guards. Unquestionable truth. Every act of faith you perform is a seismic shift, toppling the towers of spiritual opposition. Imagine the enemy's counsel in disarray, as your simple trust sends shockwaves through their calculated schemes. With lyrical force, your steps compose a ballad of victory, echoing through the valleys once ruled by fear. Boldly affirmed, you wield the sword of the Spirit, and with each swing, each step, the darkness yields ground. In vivid portrayal, your daily grind transforms into a heroic quest, dismantling the illusions that bind the weary. Poetic essence. Your soul's quiet strength is a river of fire, flowing to extinguish the embers of evil's influence. Stand in truth. The forces arrayed against you pale, for your steps are backed by the armies of the Almighty. Like a dawn piercing the night, your progress illuminates hidden truths, exposing and overthrowing the powers of obscurity. In reflective verse, your journey is a poem of resilience, where each line defeats the verses of vanity and vice. Bold declaration. No scheme of the dark can withstand your advance, for God has ordained your steps as instruments of change. Visualize the spiritual exodus. Your walk leads a multitude out of bondage, shaking the pharaohs of the unseen world. Poetically intertwined. Your faith and actions form a sacred knot, unraveling the tangled webs spun by the adversary. Unyielding reality. Every breath you take in obedience amplifies the quake, heralding the end of darkness's reign. In storytelling glory, your tale inspires legions, as your steps become the catalyst for a global spiritual uprising. First, your faith-filled steps ignite the flames of warfare, turning whispers of doubt into roars of heavenly triumph. In vivid battle scenes, each act of belief becomes a flaming arrow, piercing the heart of the enemy's fortifications. Poetically, faith is the wind that fans the fire, propelling your advance and scattering the ashes of deception. Bold truth from Hebrews 11:1. Faith is the substance of things hoped for, making your steps the evidence of unseen victories. Reflect on your prayers. They are not mere words but war cries, shaking the kingdom as they ascend to the throne. In practical power, start with a simple trust. Choose to believe today and watch the darkness retreat in fear. Your faith amplifies the quake, as James 2:17 declares. Faith without works is dead, but yours is alive and conquering. The story of resilience. Like David facing Goliath, your faith steps forward, toppling giants with stones of conviction. Poetic reflection. Each faithful stride is a petal in a blooming revolution where light overtakes the garden of shadows. Bold affirmation. You are winning the war, for your faith is the shield that deflects the darts aimed at your soul. Second, obedience disrupts the enemy's meticulous plans, like a flood breaching the dams of their carefully laid traps. In vivid disruption, your yes to God becomes a tidal wave, washing away the structures of spiritual sabotage. Poetically, obedience is the key that unlocks chains, freeing captives and dismantling the locks of the dark kingdom. From 1 Samuel 15:22, truth resounds. To obey is better than sacrifice, making your steps sacrifices that shatter strongholds. Apply it now. Choose one command from God, obey it fully, and feel the resistance break as victory unfolds. In storytelling terms, your obedience is the hero's choice, turning the plot against the villain's dark narrative. Bold spiritual fact. Ephesians 6:13 equips you with armor, so stand firm in obedience and watch the enemy flee. Reflect poetically. Your compliance is a melody that harmonizes with heaven, drowning out the discord of disobedience. Third, perseverance in trials amplifies your impact, transforming pain into a megaphone of divine proclamation. Vividly, each trial you endure is a forge, hammering your resolve into a weapon that echoes through the spiritual realm. Poetically, perseverance is the root that breaks through stone, uprooting the weeds of despair planted by the foe. Romans 5:3-4 reveals, suffering produces perseverance, which builds character and hope, shaking foundations with unyielding strength. Make it practical. Push through your current struggle and see how it magnifies your steps into earthquakes of influence. In narrative depth, your trials are chapters of growth, where endurance writes the end of the enemy's story. Bold truth. 1 Peter 5:10 promises restoration after suffering, so your persistent walk heralds ultimate restoration. Fourth, declarations and prayers are weapons that scatter forces, like arrows loosed from a bow of divine authority. In vivid warfare, your words become lightning, striking the heart of darkness and illuminating the path ahead. Poetically, each prayer is a starfall, raining down on the enemy's camps and leaving only ruins in its wake. Proverbs 18:21 affirms, "The tongue holds power of life and death, so your declarations breathe life and death upon shadows. Act on it. Speak God's promises aloud and feel the atmosphere shift as your words become the enemy's undoing." Mystically, prophetic signs emerge in your life, like whispers from the wind, confirming your steps' seismic effects. In poetic visions, dreams of victory unfold, where your path lights up the cosmos, signaling heaven's alignment. Boldly, the Holy Spirit reveals shifts. Repeated symbols, like feathers or flames, mark the crumbling of dark domains. Visualize energy transforming. Invisible forces converge, as your walk summons a divine convergence against the shadows. In storytelling mystery, your steps unlock ancient gates where angelic hosts rally to your cause in unseen battles. Poetically, the air thickens with promise as prophetic echoes affirm your role in the grand tapestry of light. Mystical truth. Numbers and signs appear, guiding you like stars, each one a testament to the quaking below. Reflect on the shifts. Peace descends like a cloak, wrapping you in assurance as darkness dissipates around you. In vivid prophecy, your journey awakens dormant powers, aligning Earth's rhythms with heaven's triumphant symphony. Bold revelation. These mystical elements are God's signatures, etched in your story to prove your steps' profound impact. Now rise to action. Declare your authority and step into the fray, for the battle calls you forth. In practical urgency, pray with fervor today, letting your words become the first blows in this spiritual assault. Poetically, let your voice join the chorus. I shake the darkness with every step and feel the chains break. Bold challenge. Commit to one faith-filled act like sharing hope with a stranger and ignite the quake anew. In vivid call, build a community. Comment your declarations, linking arms with fellow warriors in this divine march. Act swiftly. Take 5 minutes to seek God's guidance, then move. Your obedience will echo through the realms. Poetic encouragement. Your actions are verses in a living poem, each one advancing the narrative of victory. Boldly embrace the assignment. Pray, declare, and walk, for these are the steps that redefine your destiny. In storytelling action, become the protagonist. Charge forward and watch the plot twist in favor of light. Mystical action. Sense the energy rise as you engage, drawing heavenly reinforcements to your side. Envision breakthroughs cascading, chains of bondage snapping as your steps usher in waves of liberation and joy. In poetic glory, your future unfolds as a garden of abundance where shadows once ruled but now bloom with light. Bold promise from Isaiah 54:17. No weapon prevails against you, so anticipate favor flooding every corner of your life. Visualize doors swinging wide. Financial freedom, restored relationships, and peace reigning where chaos once dwelled. In vivid reward, your perseverance yields harvests, blessings overflow, and the enemy's defeats multiply your gains. Poetically, your walk leads to peaks of triumph, where the air is pure and the view reveals endless possibilities. Truth affirmed. God's promises secure your victory, turning each step into a gateway of unprecedented breakthroughs. Reflect on the glory. Protection envelops you as the kingdom of darkness retreats before your advancing light. In final encouragement, remember your calling. Every step is a testament to God's unshakable plan for you. Boldly, keep walking in faith, for the darkness crumbles and your story ends in eternal, radiant victory. In the shadows of your daily struggles, every step forward sends ripples through the unseen realms. Your quiet acts of faith are not invisible. They echo as thunder in the kingdom of darkness. Beneath the surface of ordinary life, your choices align with divine forces, toppling enemy strongholds. As you rise each morning, remember that your resolve shakes the foundations built by evil. In the midst of chaos, your steadfast heart becomes a weapon that disorients the powers of night. Every decision to trust God fractures the enemy's plans like cracks in an ancient wall. Through your perseverance, the darkness recoils, sensing the authority you've been granted. Your journey, though personal, contributes to a greater battle where light overtakes the void. In moments of doubt, know that your steps are divinely orchestrated to dismantle hidden threats. As you walk in obedience, the spiritual realm trembles, acknowledging your role as a chosen one. You stand as a beacon, your path illuminating the cracks in the enemy's dominion. Each prayer whispered in faith unleashes forces that weaken the grip of despair. In the tapestry of your life, every thread of courage pulls at the fabric of darkness. Your resilience transforms simple actions into seismic shifts against oppression. As the sun rises on your efforts, the kingdom of darkness feels the weight of your advance. In the quiet pursuit of righteousness, you embody the power that scatters shadows. Every act of kindness becomes a strike that erodes the barriers of malevolence. You are the catalyst, your movements igniting a chain reaction in the spiritual battlefield. Through your unwavering faith, the enemy's schemes unravel like worn-out threads. In the face of adversity, your steps declare victory, echoing through eternal halls. As you embrace your calling, the forces of evil sense the approaching storm. Your life story is a narrative of conquest, where each chapter shakes the thrones of darkness. In the depths of trial, your endurance radiates as a light that pierces the veil. Every moment of surrender to God amplifies the quake that topples hidden fortresses. You carry an authority that makes the darkness flee, one step at a time. In the rhythm of your daily walk, divine power surges, disrupting the enemy's rhythm. As you claim your inheritance, the kingdom of darkness loses its hold on your destiny. Your faith-filled path is a declaration that rewrites the story of spiritual conflict. In the silence of reflection, recognize how your choices summon heavenly reinforcements. Every boundary you cross in faith sends shockwaves through the realms of opposition. You are forged in fire, your steps now a blaze that consumes the shadows. In the landscape of your experiences, each milestone marks a retreat for the forces of evil. As you press onward, the enemy witnesses the unraveling of its carefully laid traps. Your obedience is a key that unlocks chains, freeing captives from the grip of night. In the symphony of your life, every note of trust resonates as a battle cry. You embody the promise that no darkness can withstand the light of your devotion. As waves of doubt crash, your anchored faith shakes the very core of despair. In pursuing God's will, you become the storm that scatters the clouds of adversity. Every prayer uttered in earnest becomes a missile aimed at the heart of darkness. You are the warrior whose footsteps echo as warnings in the enemy's camp. In the garden of your soul, seeds of faith grow into trees that uproot evil roots. As you declare truth, the kingdom of darkness feels the ground shift beneath it. Your journey reflects a divine blueprint designed to dismantle and rebuild. In moments of victory, remember that your steps have paved the way for others. You carry the fire of God, igniting paths that lead away from the shadows. As the enemy plots, your faithful strides expose and thwart its intentions. In the tapestry of redemption, your threads of action weave patterns of defeat for darkness. Every act of forgiveness you extend weakens the chains that bind the oppressed. You are the herald of change, your presence alone causing fortresses to crumble. In the heat of battle, your resolve cools the flames of deception. As you walk in alignment, the spiritual winds shift, favoring your advance. Your life is a testament, proving that light penetrates even the deepest gloom. In the cycle of seasons, your persistent steps herald the dawn of renewal. Every challenge overcome multiplies the impact of your spiritual warfare. You stand unyielding, a pillar that the kingdom of darkness cannot topple. As whispers of fear approach, your bold steps silence them with divine authority. In the mirror of self-reflection, see the warrior equipped to shake realms. Your faith is the spark that ignites a blaze across the spiritual landscape. As you embrace your identity, the enemy retreats, recognizing its defeat. In the flow of time, your actions create ripples that reach eternal shores. Every step taken in love disarms the weapons formed against you. You are the architect of breakthrough, designing paths that lead through darkness. As shadows gather, your light pierces, revealing the frailty of their hold. In the heart of worship, your devotion becomes a force that shatters illusions. Your perseverance paints a picture of triumph over the encroaching night. As you claim promises, the kingdom of darkness witnesses its foundations crack. In the dance of life, your movements align with heaven, disrupting earthly binds. Every word of affirmation you speak echoes as thunder in the enemy's domain. You are the chosen one, whose path is a river eroding mountains of opposition. As trials test you, your endurance carves canyons through the walls of despair. In the quiet of prayer, your voice becomes a sword that cleaves the air of darkness. Your steps are footprints of destiny, leaving imprints that the enemy cannot erase. As you rise above, the kingdom of darkness feels the weight of your ascent. In the fabric of faith, your threads strengthen, pulling apart the seams of evil. Every act of generosity sends shockwaves that redistribute heavenly wealth. You embody resilience, a force that the powers of night cannot comprehend. As whispers of doubt fade, your confidence builds barriers against intrusion. In the symphony of souls, your melody overpowers the discord of darkness. Your journey is a beacon, guiding others while shaking the chains of bondage. As you declare freedom, the enemy senses the liberation wave approaching. In the depths of commitment, your dedication ignites fires that consume shadows. Every moment of trust adds to the quake that topples thrones of deception. You are the vessel, pouring out light that floods the recesses of night. As the battle rages, your steps become the rhythm of inevitable victory. In the landscape of hope, your path carves roads through the wilderness of fear. Your faith-filled actions are arrows loosed, piercing the heart of opposition. As you press forward, the kingdom of darkness concedes ground it once held. In the cycle of renewal, your persistence plants seeds that choke out weeds of evil. Every prayer of intercession weaves a net that ensnares the forces of chaos. You stand as a sentinel, your vigilance causing the enemy to withdraw. As divine signs appear, your steps align with prophecies of triumph. In the mystical realm, your obedience summons winds that scatter darkness. Your life is a prophecy unfolding, where each step fulfills ancient promises. As energy shifts around you, feel the chains breaking in response to your faith. In the prophetic vision, your path is lit, revealing the retreat of shadows. Every declaration you make resonates as a call that rallies heavenly hosts. You are part of a greater narrative where your actions turn the tide of battle. As dreams of victory visit, know that your steps are shaking the very foundations. In the unseen, your perseverance draws divine reinforcements to your side. Your walk in faith is a mystical dance, disrupting the rhythms of darkness. As prophetic signs manifest, embrace the power in your everyday choices. In the flow of spiritual energy, your obedience creates pathways of light. Every step you take is a brushstroke in the masterpiece of divine conquest. You are the key unlocking doors that lead to the dismantling of evil's kingdom. In the eternal story, your journey ensures that darkness will never prevail. In the unseen realms, your every footfall echoes like thunder, disrupting the enemy's silent schemes. Picture the forces of darkness recoiling as you rise each morning with purpose, a warrior awakened. Boldly, your steps in faith carve paths through the fog of despair, illuminating hidden strongholds. Like a storm gathering on the horizon, your obedience sends ripples that shatter the enemy's fortifications. In the quiet of your prayers, waves of divine power crash against the gates of darkness. Your daily choices ignite flames that consume the shadows, revealing the enemy's futile resistance. Poetically, each act of kindness weaves a net that ensnares the forces plotting against you. With unyielding resolve, your perseverance becomes a battering ram against the walls of oppression. Bold spiritual truth. You are the catalyst, turning ordinary moments into extraordinary victories over evil. In vivid tales of old, warriors like you felled giants with steps guided by heaven's light. Your voice, raised in declaration, becomes a sword that cleaves through the enemy's deceptive veils. Like rivers flowing from ancient springs, your faith floods the dry lands held by darkness. Each trial you endure forges a chain breaker, dismantling the locks that bind the oppressed. Poetically reflected, your life is a symphony, each note a step that harmonizes with divine conquest. Boldly proclaimed, the kingdom of darkness trembles at the sound of your advancing footsteps. In storytelling splendor, imagine armies of light rallying as you take that first bold stride. Your inner strength, honed in secret battles, radiates outward, toppling thrones of shadow. Like a phoenix rising from ashes, your resilience rebirths hope in places long forgotten. Spiritual fire courses through your veins, turning every whisper of doubt into shouts of triumph. Poetically, your path is a garden blooming amidst wastelands, choking out the weeds of despair. Bold truth unveiled, every decision aligned with heaven shakes the very core of enemy domains. In vivid narrative, heroes of scripture walked as you do now, their steps echoing through eternity. Your prayers ascend like arrows, piercing the armor of darkness and claiming ground for light. Like winds sweeping across barren fields, your faith scatters the seeds of defeat in the enemy's camp. Poetically woven, your story is a tapestry of light, unraveling the dark threads of opposition. Bold declaration. You stand as a beacon, your movements signaling the retreat of shadowy forces. In the theater of the spirit, your actions stage a drama where darkness meets its final curtain. Each act of forgiveness releases chains, freeing captives from the grips of ancient foes. Like a master builder, you construct bridges of hope that collapse the enemy's isolated strongholds. Spiritual insight. Your unwavering trust transforms stumbling blocks into stepping stones of power. Poetically, your journey is a dance of defiance, each twirl a blow to the enemy's rhythm. Boldly etched in truth, the enemy's whispers fade against the roar of your faithful progression. In storytelling depth, recall how David's steps toward Goliath shook the hearts of giants. Your quiet meditations summon storms that disperse the clouds of confusion sown by darkness. Like eagles soaring above tempests, your vision pierces through the veils the enemy tries to impose. Poetically reflected, your life is poetry in motion, verses that rewrite the enemy's doomed script. Bold spiritual armor, clad in divine strength, your strides crush the serpents underfoot. In vivid imagery, picture demonic counsels disrupted by the mere mention of your name in prayer. Each moment of surrender amplifies your impact, turning whispers into war cries against evil. Like a key turning in an ancient lock, your obedience unlocks doors the enemy thought secure. Poetically, your faith is a melody that drowns out the discord of the kingdom's dark symphony. Bold truth. You are the earthquake in the spirit, your steps the tremors that precede victory. In narrative flow, envision Esther's approach to the king as your own shaking royal deceptions. Your declarations ring like bells of freedom, calling forth allies from the heavens to your side. Like dawn breaking over night, your persistence scatters the remnants of darkness clinging to dawn. Spiritual revelation, hidden in your everyday, lies the power to unravel the enemy's grand designs. Poetically crafted, your path is a river of light, eroding the banks of despair with gentle force. Boldly stated, no scheme of hell can withstand the steady advance of your God-ordained steps. In vivid scenes, see Paul's journeys as mirrors to your own, each mile a defeat for darkness. Your acts of love build fortresses that shield the vulnerable from the enemy's invasive shadows. Like a shield wall in ancient battles, your faith forms an unbreakable line against dark advances. Poetically, your spirit is a flame that leaps from soul to soul, igniting fires against oppression. Bold spiritual edict. Arise and walk, for in your movement, the enemy's kingdom crumbles unseen. In storytelling tradition, your life echoes the exploits of the faithful, shaking foundations anew. Each prayer you utter is a stone cast into the pond, sending waves that reach the enemy's shores. Like architects of destiny, your choices design a future where darkness has no lasting hold. Spiritual depth. Your endurance in trials is the forge where weapons against evil are sharpened. Poetically envisioned, your steps are footprints of light, guiding others from the paths of shadow. Bold proclamation. The forces arrayed against you pale before the authority in your every stride. In vivid prophecy, see the enemy's ranks breaking as you claim the promises written for you. Your words of truth become arrows loosed from heaven's bow, striking at the heart of deception. Like a lion's roar in the wilderness, your faith silences the whispers of doubt and fear. Poetically, your journey is an epic saga, chapters filled with triumphs over the lurking dark. Bold spiritual insight. Every breath you take in faith exhales the winds of change upon evil. In narrative power, recall how Joshua's march toppled walls, mirroring your own conquering path. Your resistance to temptation fortifies barriers that the enemy cannot breach or overcome. Like stars piercing the night sky, your actions illuminate the way for others lost in gloom. Spiritual affirmation. You are the chosen, your steps a divine decree against the powers of night. Poetically crafted, your life is a bridge from earth to heaven, collapsing the enemy's divides. Bold truth. In the economy of the spirit, your smallest act yields harvests that devour darkness. In vivid revelation, sense the angelic hosts aligning with your movements, amplifying your shake. Each moment of gratitude weakens the enemy's hold, flooding your world with unbreakable light. Like a master weaver, you interlace threads of hope that unravel the tapestries of despair. Poetically, your faith is a garden of defiance, blooming where the enemy sowed only thorns. Bold spiritual command. Step forward now, for your advance signals the retreat of shadowed forces. In storytelling glory, your tale will be told as one who turned the tide against ancient foes. Your prayers form a chorus that echoes through realms, compelling the darkness to flee in haste. Like oceans rising to meet the shore, your persistence erodes the cliffs of enemy strongholds. Spiritual vision. See yourself as the vanguard leading charges that shatter the gates of hell. Poetically reflected, your path is a poem of power, stanzas that echo with eternal victory. Bold declaration. The kingdom of darkness quakes at your approach, knowing defeat is imminent. In vivid prophecy, behold breakthroughs cascading as you continue your faithful march onward. Each act of service sows seeds that grow into forests, overshadowing the enemy's barren lands. Like a phoenix's flight, your recovery from setbacks ignites fires that consume dark influences. Spiritual insight. Your alignment with heavens will magnetizes blessings that repel evil's touch. Poetically, your life is a canvas of conquest, strokes of faith painting over the enemy's marks. Bold truth. No arrow from the dark can pierce the shield your steps have forged in spirit. In narrative triumph, envision your story as a legend where every step echoes with divine might. Your declarations build altars that draw down fire, incinerating the schemes laid against you. Like mountains standing firm, your resolve causes the valleys of darkness to tremble and shift. Spiritual encouragement. Embrace your role, for in your walking, the enemy's end draws near. Poetically woven, your journey is a song of salvation, notes that silence the cries of night. Bold spiritual edict. Rise as the conqueror you are, your footsteps the heralds of dawn. In vivid imagery, see the chains breaking as you move, freeing realms from the grip of shadow. Each breath of praise amplifies your power, turning whispers into roars that shake foundations. Like a river's unyielding flow, your faith carves canyons through the landscapes of opposition. Spiritual revelation. You are the light bearer, your path a beacon that guides others to safety. Poetically, your steps are verses of victory, composing a narrative that defeats the dark's prose. Bold proclamation. The enemy's kingdom falters with every choice you make in heavenly alignment. In storytelling finale, your legacy will be one of unyielding advance, toppling thrones of evil. Your prayers and actions converge as a storm, sweeping away the remnants of darkness's reign. Like eagles claiming the skies, your spirit soars above the traps set by unseen adversaries. Spiritual affirmation. In you, the power resides to shake and shatter the enemy's every plan. Poetically reflected, your life is a masterpiece, each step a brushstroke against the canvas of night. Bold spiritual truth. Continue onward, for every stride you take seals the victory over darkness.